Good morning, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Diamonds and Dragons. This is my weekly Minecraft stream where we recreate classic dungeons and tabletop role-playing game maps from Dungeons and Dragons and from modern creators. Today, we are going to continue our build of Marpenoth Hall by Dice and Logos. We've made some pretty decent progress on the entrance to the manor. We're going to continue on that. We may end up working a little bit on either one of my Ko-fi member builds or on I really want to get into the mine colonies mod, which is in this mod pack, and I think we will work on that a little bit as well. Good morning, Kayla. It's good to see you in chat. How are you doing? I do have a couple little treasures to show off today. Nothing too super interesting, but I picked this up years ago. It is a special D12 dice that has body parts listed on it, and it's used for like in Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. If you want to know where a particular hit lands, you can roll this dice and it'll give you all the different options that you have. It's got right hand, full body, chest, head, stomach, all those kind of things. So it's a really quick and easy way to figure out, where a hit location is. Depending on your tabletop role-playing game system, sometimes that's useful, sometimes it's not. But I think it's pretty cool. It was I don't know when I picked it up. I like that it's kind of large and chunky. It's one that I kind of fidget with a lot whenever I'm just sitting at my desk. Welcome in, Stone Homie and Trial Fan. Good to see you this morning. The other thing that I want to show off is I picked this up several years ago, but it is I guess technically it's a coffee cup. It doesn't have a handle on it, but it shows all of the monarchs of the UK. And it starts at Alfred the Great in 924. It goes all the way up to Elizabeth II. This obviously came out before Queen Elizabeth II passed away. So it doesn't show King Charles, but it is, I think it's a really cool piece. It actually, I don't use it to drink out of. It's basically the cup that I put all my pens and stuff in. But I think it's really neat because it shows all of the different monarchs. So if I'm ever, want to know which monarch was at what year, I can just pick this up and look at it. All right, so we are going to go ahead and hop into our game. I hope everybody is doing well today. I have been sick this week, and I probably still sound a little bit congested. So it has been kind of a weird, rocky week. I haven't gotten much done. While I was sick, one of the things that comes along with epilepsy is when you're sick, you tend to have more epilepsy symptoms. And in this case, it was making it very difficult for me to sit at my computer for long periods of time. I was just getting a lot of brain fog and a lot of things like that. So I haven't spent a whole lot of time at my computer, which has put a cramp in my gaming. It's put a cramp in my my blogging and all these different things. So gonna try to get through this stream. It may end up getting cut short a little bit depending on how I'm feeling, but for the most part I am back normal. Just kind of dealing with a lot of tiredness. Is the background music too loud? Because it kind of feels like it's a little loud to me. Hold on just one second. Turn it down just a little bit. There we go. All right, so to continue with this build, let's just get sort of an aerial view here. This is what we've done so far. And if we pull up our map, you can see that we've got those first 2 rooms along the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and finish out this next section. So it looks like what we need to do is starting about right here is where we need to put a door and then continue on from there. So to grab our horse, a whole bunch of oak planks, Morning, Britflix. How are you doing? Stonehomie says, all my Minecraft time lately has been replacing dirt blocks with moss blocks. I need to hop into your server soon, Stonehomie, because I have not been on it in a while. And I know you've been doing a whole bunch of building on there. Stonehomie says, not sure how far I'm going to go with it, but the more I do, the more I want to just do a whole biome. Flick says, tired. I feel that. I am tired today too. Good morning, AV64 Dancer. How are you doing? I want to give a shout out to RA Caster, who is one of my Blue Sky followers. Sent me a $5 Ko-fi donation this week. Okay, so let's check on our angles here. When do we need to start? Looks like we need to go about 6 blocks out before we start doing our angle. So we've already got 3 there. Then from here, we'll start angling out. Britflick says, you don't know tired. You think you know, but you don't. You don't know. Grab some stone bricks. You can just see, well, maybe you can. Way in the distance there, you can just see my next Ko-fi member build. It is still in progress, but it's going to be a large terrarium, and that'll be for Deviant D&D Mama, who is one of my Discord members and Blue Sky follower. Okay, so we've got our 6 blocks. Then from there, we need to start angling outward. Kayla says, I very much do know. I need to grab my vertical slopes. Here, nope, that's not what drop a couple torches in here so that we can see when it starts getting dark. Kayla says, me and exhaustion are BFFs. Grab our stone bricks. Alright, so we need that, and then that's where we're going to have another window. The windows on the angles are always tricky. Stone Homie says, I saw you were playing Final Fantasy 14 the other day, Wobble. Are you one of the 30 million players enjoying the free trial up through level 70? So not really, because I goofed up and I had played Final Fantasy 14 like a year ago, and when I bought it, I got the you know, the 30 days game time that came with it. Well, because of that, if you have ever paid for a subscription in Final Fantasy 14, you are no longer eligible for the free trial. And that means that without paying for a subscription, I can't play the game anymore. So that was a little obnoxious. I ended up downloading No Man's Sky again and playing that instead. So, fun fact, if you are at all interested in Final Fantasy 14, get the free trial and do not pay for a subscription, period. Pay for a subscription after you have completed everything there is to do in the free trial. But if you ever pay for a subscription, even once, it will lock you out of it, and you won't be able to play it anymore. So yeah, that was frustrating. I was really hoping that I could just log on and use the free trial to continue playing, but that's apparently not what they want to do, which, I mean, I get, but I did play, like I said, I played No Man's Sky, and they have they've made a lot of upgrades and new developments in that game. You know, I don't know if I have the brain power for figuring out windows on an angle again. I know I did it over here. How did I do it over here? I'm gonna wait on doing the window here, just simply because right now I don't have the brain power to figure out all the weird trickiness of figuring out the window. So we're going to continue this wall across. You know where it should intersect, so I should be fine on that. It's a little zombie dude. Go away. Need to drop one of my mega torches. Stonehomie says it's pretty fun, but the difficulty increases pretty heavily for me. Kayla says I've been playing KCD2 a bit, but honestly just playing Balatro so much. I have purposely avoided the Balatro or Balatro. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I have been purposely avoiding that one simply because I've heard how ridiculously addictive it is, and I'm afraid that if I get into it, I will never get anything else done. All right, so I'm just going to stick a couple of angles here just so that I can have everything connect up, and then I will come back later on and work on fitting the window back in. That should work pretty well. Okay, so what I need to work on next is the stairwell. And you can see that there are two stairs that come together. And unfortunately, there is not any clear indication of which of those stairs leads up and which of the stairs is sort of on the second level. So we're just going to kind of have to wing it, I think. I'm not really sure what, I think I'm going to do them out of cobblestone. Just to kind of give some different textures here. And so that stairwell starts just past this door. I am going to start it like one block past. It goes 3. And then we've got 3 more blocks and then 3 more. So we need to lay down a whole bunch of our smooth stone. Kayla said, you had it right the first time. It's so fun, you'll never get any work done. Don't play it. Stonehomie says, I'm just stalling until the Suikoden remakes come out on Steam. After years of waiting, it's finally happening next week. I have not played Suikoden, and I'm pretty excited for the remakes as well, because I think it may finally be time for me to give that series a try. Kayla says, I got out of the prologue of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and then played way too much of the game without saving, died in a bar brawl, and lost all my progress. Stone Homie says, you're in for a treat, buddy. 108 collectible playable NPCs. You get a bastion that improves with every character you collect. Classic turn-based combat. Yeah, I had heard that it has 108 characters, and I like that. I like that you have so many that you can collect. We need to get some more cobble. Okay, so go back up here, and then this stairwell should go up 2 more courses, I think. Drop this section, replace that with stone. Then we need to turn to the right, up a course. Kayla says the second session of the Cypher game was last night. It was a hex crawl. I like hex crawls. I've been thinking about I'm working on a upcoming game that I want to do, which will probably end up being a kind of a weird hacky hybrid of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. But I'm thinking it's going to be pretty sandboxy and have a fair bit of hex crawl kind of elements to it. Something that's kind of interesting here is because of the scale differences between the map and the stairwells, I feel like this is going to have a really tall ceiling here, which I think is okay. It's going to have a really cool ceiling because of it being like a big, great manor hall. We'll have to work on maybe some arching to make things work together. Here is where we need to go. Eventually, this needs to match up. We're gonna do something's not right here. Oh yeah, we got one too many courses that direction. Went up one too high. Let's see. Kayla says, I did have a question. Have you seen that software on Steam, Dungeon Alchemist? And if so, what do you think of it? It's like a software for tabletop RPG map making. Still in early access. I have not used Dungeon Alchemist. I know that a lot of people do. Stonehomie says, I use Dungeon Alchemist every day. Stonehomie makes a ton of tabletop RPG maps for Dramaria, which is the campaign setting that he and Stonehome Games are working on. Hello, Stonehome Games. We were just talking about you. Wow, it's $45. I didn't realize that. Okay, so we can do... Stonehome Games says it goes on sale when Steam has games. Stonehome says, my theory on buying games, I value it at $1 an hour. If you use it more than 50 hours, it's worth it. That's a pretty good way of looking at things. I know that I have definitely gotten my money's worth out of a lot of games and a lot of pieces of software. Very large truck moving past my house very, very, very slowly. Not sure what that's about. Looks like we've got windows on each of these sections here. This whole thing goes out about 2 blocks. Stonehomie says, you don't need Dungeon Alchemist to make excellent maps, that's for sure, but what it can do is put together a solid map in a short amount of time. There's a lot of different map making softwares out there. Some of them have developed you know, have kept up with the time. Some of them feel a little bit outdated. I know that the like campaign cartographer line has been sort of a staple for a long time. There's one called Incarnate that is pretty popular as well. I've mostly played tabletop role-playing games offline. A lot of times, if I'm making a map of like a dungeon or something like that, I really just have a tendency to draw it off on graph paper and then transfer it to like a vinyl grid map that you can do with like dry erase markers. So since I'm planning on doing an online game somewhat soon, I need to figure out what I want to do for mapping. But I also tend to do an awful lot of just like theater of the mind type gaming where you don't actually have a map and you just use descriptions and, you know, say things like that's gonna be weird. Exactly sure how I want to do that. Think on that a little bit. If I want this to go quite so tall. The way the map shows it, you have another stairwell right here that goes up a little bit. But I don't know if the scaling works quite right for that. The only way I could see doing it differently would be if this wasn't quite so high. I may just flatten this section out. Go flat and then have the course that goes up. And that would keep you from having this ridiculously tall second floor. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think the spacing would just work better if we do that instead of sticking, you know, clearly to the map. I kind of figured that we would run into a couple of spots where I would have to deviate from what the map shows to make it make sense in Minecraft. There's a lot of difference whenever it comes to working on something in a 3D environment versus working on it in a two-dimensional space. Oh. Okay, for my boots that make it so I don't have fall damage. Yeah, come on. Okay. So if we just go straight across here, we can handle our windows a lot easier. There are some torches so we can see. I think if we do this like that, that's going to make a lot more sense. Might be a different way I could have done that, but I think this is what I want to do. Hold on just 1 second. Graceful. Up here. Oh. Thank you. I don't know how well you guys can see her back there, but Freya is doing quite a bit better. She has started her new medication, and she is taking it very well. I got to get a new prescription for it. I need to call that in today after the stream is done. But so far, the anti-itch medication that they've got her on seems to be doing pretty well. She's still kind of early in because she kind of still has the steroid and antibiotic shot in her. So it'll still be a while before we really find out if the medication is working properly. But so far, so good, all things considered. Most of her scabs and itches have healed up, and she's only got a couple little spots that are still kind of hanging in there. I was worried that she wouldn't take the pill, but I spoke with my vet and found out that I can mix it into her food at night, and she seems to take it just fine like that. Okay, so Stonehomie just used the wobble fit command, which for some reason doesn't seem like it's working. I'll be honest with you guys, I have fallen off the horse a little bit this week. Because I was sick, I just really haven't done a whole lot of anything. And that has kind of sucked a little bit because it has thrown me off of my daily exercise. I think when I weighed in, I was down like another half a pound. But I'm trying to get back into swing of things. I'm trying to get back to the gym this week and hopefully get things back on track. I haven't really been sticking to my intermittent fasting, which is, I think, really the big driver of the weight loss. You know, it's really difficult to exercise your way into losing weight. It helps because you build muscle, and that eventually increases your metabolism and all those kind of things. But you know, if you really want to lose weight, you have to do it through diet. That's primarily where the bulk of your weight loss comes from. So I don't feel like I've been eating poorly. I'm still, you know, I don't really have any kind of like sugary snacks or anything like that in the house. So pretty much all of my food is what I would consider healthy food. It's, you know, fruit and protein and nuts and things like that. But I haven't been managing it very well the last week or so since I've been sick. So trying to get back on the horse this week with that and recommitting to everything. Trial Fan says exercise also raises metabolism too, though. That's true. It does. You get a boost whenever you do some exercise. Stone Homie says it makes sense. It's been a few months. The push fades a bit, but you have to keep it up. Doing things when you don't want to is the best way to build routines. Yeah, it definitely is. And you know, a lot of times that is the big win. You know, when you go to the gym even though you're not feeling it, or you stick to the plan even when you're so. I don't think I'm doing poorly with Wobble Fit. I think I'm just like you said, the push has kind of faded, and so now it's the real hard work of maintaining it on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so we've got the stairwell. Oh, I should probably bring it back to the game screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. I left it on I accidentally left it on the large cam when Freya was eating her snack. Okay, so let's see where we need to go from here. Hello, Bearded Halfling. Good to see you. Congratulations on your recent milestone with YouTube. Grab vertical. Stone Homie says we will be here with you to help push and support. I appreciate that. And that's really the thing that I think works with Wobble Fit is it's that sort of collaborative effort of multiple people working together and helping each other hit their goals. Stone Homie says it's YouTube celebrity, the Bearded Halfling. I have been a poor fan of the Bearded Halfling because I know that his recent video on feudalism did really, really well, but I have not had a chance to sit down and watch it yet. Although I have heard very many good things about it. Maybe I will do that this afternoon. Okay, so go that direction, and then we can start from here, go in next direction. Bricks. I did, however, really like his video about the Bardiche. And I'm saying it that way just to screw with him. So let's see, we need to go from here. Sonomi says, our friend and artist Yuri is approaching 900 on YouTube. It's awesome to see everyone rising together. Yuri definitely deserves it. His artwork is just so incredible. And I mean, the man is just a powerhouse when it comes to it too, because I see his streams like all the time, and he's constantly churning out really fascinating artwork. Stone Homie, when does the voting for the World Anvil Awards end? That's got to be coming up pretty soon, right? See. Oh. I guess here I need to actually do Apparently they have quotes from NASA in this song. I'm not sure. Trialfan says, was that the Challenger? I'm not sure which mission that was from. And again, there's a window sort of in the center of this angled wall here, but I will come back and put that window in later. For now, we're just going to get the wall itself done. Fan says, I just heard go with full throttle and thought it was. Couldn't understand the rest. I feel like go with full throttle is a phrase that gets used a lot in rocket launches, though. So, through my bricks. I feel like this is starting to look a little bit better. let's get an aerial view here of what we've got going on and then compare to our map. So we've got like we can come out 3 blocks from this wall and then angle it back in. Go. I feel like that's right. Here. Right. Okay, so I think that goes too far. should come from here. Kayla says it's looking good, Wobble. Well, thank you. I like the way it's shaping up. It's slowly coming together the way I want it to. We still have a very long way to go, but it will be very cool when it's done. Swap to our Red Batter Morningstar. A little bit faster. I ended up dropping not using the Red Matter Morningstar most of the time simply because it's too fast. It's so fast that I ended up accidentally breaking blocks I didn't want to break, and that was making things just a lot more complicated than I wanted it to be. So I went back to the Dark Matter pickaxe, which is still very powerful, but doesn't have quite as many problems as far as digging stuff out too quickly for precision work. It's the Morningstar is fantastic if you are digging out large caverns or something like that, but trying to do smaller bases doesn't work very well. All right. That is a little more like what I wanted. That. Oh, I screwed up, I think. No, I didn't. It does have that weird little protrusion here. Okay, I didn't screw up. I thought I did. I did not. Then we go across here. This is where we start with the 6, 10, 15 blocks. Is see you later, bearded halfling. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little while. Planks. Not throw the planks. That should put that together. Oh, I fell down. Okay. So at some point I got to figure out how I want to connect these stairs to make it all look decent. I don't think I'm going to mess with that right now. But we've got, you know, some pretty good progress done here on the manor house. Slowly starting to come together. Going up this way is going to be a large internal courtyard. And it looks like there will be kind of windows looking out this way onto the courtyard. We are still on just a very small portion of this build. In fact, I'm going to show this real quick. See if I can do it. Where is it? Connected. So if you guys can hear me, hopefully we're working again well. I don't know what happened there. That's the second time that has happened on my streams. But yeah, if you can see this, you know, we have only been working on a very small portion of map. We've been working on this portion down here at the very bottom of the map, and we still have everything to the north of that. We have a large internal courtyard. We have a whole bunch of rooms along the right side of the building, and then there is a tower structure on the other side. So we've got a lot of progress that we can still do on this map, and it will take us quite a bit more time to do all of that. But I really like the way it's looking so far. I like the way everything is kind of coming together. and I'm pretty pleased with the way this map is developing. So what we are going to do now, we have just a little bit of time left on our stream. I was going to try to get into mine colonies today, but I just don't really quite feel up to it. Throat is starting to get a little bit raw from talking. I'm just going to show off a couple of little things of what I got in progress over here. This is going to be one of my next Ko-fi member builds. And it's going to be a very large terrarium that kind of comes up here. I'm thinking maybe like building sort of like a tree structure that kind of spirals up through the terrarium. It may go, you know, quite a bit taller than this. I'm not really sure. I might even widen it out, widen out the radius of it so that it's a little bit wider around. But I'm really pleased with how it's shaping up so far. There's quite a bit more for me to do on it. And then within the terrarium, I think I'm going to try to do sort of like a lizard climbing on one of the walls. So I don't really know how that's going to work, but I think it'll be kind of cool. And that's going to be, like I said, that is the Ko-fi member build for Deviant D&D Mom, who is one of my Discord members and Ko-fi supporters. Haven't quite figured out what I want to do on the interior down here. I may bring this up like another level just to, you know, I don't want it to look too thick as far as the earth down here. I think it's just going to be one of those things I have to play around with for a bit. I've never built anything quite like this. Sort of the first time playing around with it. I'm using framed glass, which has the advantage of it's sort of a, it doesn't have the paned look to it. It looks like a solid piece. I think that's pretty neat. Pretty neat addition there. And then the other thing I want to show off, it's not really showing off, but just sort of talk about, is way up this way. I had shown this off a little bit on a couple of other streams, but this is going to be the central area. See this column of light right here. This is going to be the central area of our mine colony. And mine colonies is a mod. Of course, it's nighttime, so you guys probably can't see a whole lot. Do I have a bed in here? I do have a bed in here. Cool. Let's sleep real quick so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So this area, there, holy crap, that's a ton of creepers. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creepers all in this cluster right here. That's crazy. So there's going to be a ton of terraforming that happens this direction. I don't really know what's going to happen with this river, but it's not really going to be here anymore. This way. And this whole structure is going to be like a big city. It's a project that's going to take me a lot of time to work on. But once I get it started, Mine Colonies has its own NPCs who start doing a lot of the work for you. So a lot of it is really just about sort of getting it started. I will probably do some of that off stream so that I can show off a little bit next time of what I've got going on. But this will be the boundary of how far down this comes. For you are a starbuncle. You're like a little weird little squirrel kind of thing. Squirrel, snail, something or other. I think that is from one of the magic mods that I've not played around with. So I'm not really sure about that one very much. But you know, this is our little area that we have. I do need to drop the world download into Ko-fi pretty soon. I haven't done it yet because I wanted to wait till we had a lot more progress done on Marpenoth Hall. I may even wait till we finish the hall. I don't know, but eventually I'll have it set up so that if you want to download the world and use the mod pack, you'll be able to explore a lot of the creations and stuff. All right, so that is pretty much what I've got for you guys today. I'm going to end this stream just a little bit early just because I'm kind of starting to get tired. I'm still feeling a little under the weather. I am doing quite a bit better than I was this weekend, though. This past weekend, I was sick as a dog. But, you know, we are making really good progress on Marpenoth Hall. I'm really pleased with the way it's coming out. I do think I'm going to have to kind of screw around with the dimensions just a little bit to make things work. But it's shaping up really cool. I think it's going to be a really neat build. Of course, once we get the structure built, then we have to go back through all the rooms and do all the decorating, and that's going to be really fun. But we are a long way off before we get to that point. So we made some really good progress today. We got the stairwells, we got 2 more rooms built in the hall, and it's coming together piece by piece. So remember that our next stream is on Saturday, Final Fantasy IV Ultima. Hopefully, you know, I've not had great luck with this stream of being able to keep it on tasks. So we're going to try to hit the Cave of Summoned Monsters on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to do Sunday Night NES. We'll be playing Power Blade, which is really cool NES platformer where you have a boomerang. So, you know, boomerangs are cool. I will see you guys on Saturday. Hope you all have a wonderful week. And make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe if you are not already subscribed to the channel. I will see you guys later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.